Yes. Hello, and here it is on a Monday. We typically like to talk about Napoleon Hill's The Law of Success on Mondays, at least for the time being, because uh, I think it's a good primer to thinking about what is going on in your life and how are you going to be successful. Napoleon Hill published this book in 1928, a long time ago, almost 100 years ago. And the principles are timeless. They really are. Lesson number 9 today is doing more than you're paid for. What a concept. And it doesn't really matter if you're a 1099 or a W-2. Doing more than you're paid for is really a really cool way to do life. This principle that Hill uh, proposes is that exceeding expectations creates trust and goodwill and opportunity. Doing more than expected plant seeds for future rewards. The key principles he puts forth are always give more in value than you receive in pay. Exceeding expectations builds your reputation and magnetism, and generosity precedes prosperity. So, to apply this to your daily life, each day look for one way or more to over deliver in service or kindness or excellence. And frankly, kindness is so incredibly important, and it doesn't cost anything. It's something that we can give, just nothing more than a little smile to somebody that may be having a bad day. You don't know what's going on. One of the things I'm working on right now is a book entitled The Invisible Backpack, because everybody is carrying around something in their backpack that you don't know about. A person in line with you at the grocery store may be having an issue with a bad diagnosis, or something happened to one of their family members, or something happened at work, or something happened financially, something bad. It may be that there's something good going on. There's a video that I watched recently that was just classic from the Cleveland Clinic, about, it's about 7 or 8 minutes long. And it actually um, is a video of different people in the hospital, and they all have different things going on. Good diagnosis, bad diagnosis, relatively recent death, just all kinds of things. You just don't know what's going on with people. So the habit of doing more than paid for is I think a timely thing, because we start a new year. Maybe just acknowledge the fact that maybe you're going to be more friendly in the store. Maybe you'll be more friendly when you're walking around the streets, and just say hello to people. A lot of people don't ever hear anybody say hello to them. It's kind of weird. Well, anyway, so there you go. So, getting back to the subject at hand, Napoleon Hill teaches that habit of doing more is one of the most powerful drivers of success, influence, and leadership. Those willing to give the extra effort, initiative, and care without immediate demand for reward builds reputations, trust, and opportunity. The world, Hill argues, ultimately compensates those who consistently exceed expectations, even if the return is delayed or indirect. So we got 5 talking points I'm going to go through real quickly, just to let you know that this is something I think we can all do. Number 1, the law of compensation. Life tends to reward value delivered, not titles. I think one of the things that is a misconception is that leadership is a title. It's not. It's what you do. Life tends to reward that value delivered, not titles held. There are people in leadership positions that are not leaders. They can't even lead themselves. They just happen to have risen to what we have known before as the Peter principle, where we've risen to the level of our incompetence. It's unfortunate, but it happens. So just need to think about that. Where have you seen extra effort pay off later in a person's life? And where have you seen just doing the minimum pay off negatively? Doesn't always pay off negatively in the beginning, but it does eventually. Second talking point is that the initiative separates leaders from laborers. Doing only what's required keeps you replaceable. Initiative, doing more than required, makes you indispensable. It doesn't cost anything extra to do a little bit more, but it really helps your reputation, if nothing else. And this is one of those things too, where you can think about dressing for success. Um, if you're always dressing for the position you're in, then you'll always stay in the position you're in. But if you're dressing for the position above you, then people will notice. So that's not doing more than required, but actually it is. Look the part so you can be a leader sooner than later. Third talking point is that service builds influence. Influence grows from contribution to the success of others, not authority. So look at your work situation. Who do you trust most to work and why? Now we're talking about trusting. And how does service-based leadership shift the team culture? Fourth talking point is delayed rewards are still rewards. Compensation often arrives as opportunity, reputation, or access, not just money. How would you like your reputation to improve? Well, one of the ways is doing more than you're required to do. Patience and faith factor into this leadership maturity for sure. Fifth key point is that attitude determines the multiplier. Extra effort given with resentment loses power. Extra effort given with purpose multiplies. So, is there a difference in overworking and intentional contribution? And how do leaders model healthy extra without exploiting themselves or others? So it's a fine line sometimes. But Hill's message isn't about self-sacrifice or martyrdom. It's about strategic generosity. Leaders who consistently give more than expected shape culture, earn trust, and open doors that effort alone cannot force open. So do the deal and they do more. It's really a great concept for us, especially as we enter this new year of 2026. And then basically the bottom line is success follows those who make excellence their habit, not their obligation. Success is doing more than you're paid for. Success is doing the deal, seeing a job that needs to get done and go do it. And it's really about attitude. Everybody, everybody, everybody can do that. Bottom line is do more than you're paid for. Do more than you're paid for. Doing more than you're paid for will ultimately give you the nirvana that you're looking for in life. It'll get you to the point where you can be happy. Don't worry. Doing more than you're paid for is a good standard to have. And what a world it would be if we all did more than we're paid for. Wow. Well, thank you for tuning in today. If you need to know more about what I got going on, I'm at spreadyourgenius.com. I'd like to be able to talk to you about your genius, spreadyourgenius.com, or you can call me at 505 252 1224. Leave a message. I'll be happy to get back to you. Meantime, have a great day. Have a great life. And we'll look forward to talking to you real soon. Thank you very much. God bless.